Sometimes it's hard for us as pagans to connect to holidays because in the modern world, so much has changed. We're not really harvesting things anymore. We're not living in tune with nature, at least most of us. So I feel like with every Sabbat that rolls around at every pagan holiday, we have to rethink how we connect to it. Lughnasad for me is one of those holidays that I immediately connected to. The first time that I did it, I baked a bread, I ate berries, I got some homemade, locally made honey, and I just enjoyed it. I just connected to the energy. And that is why I'm making this video, because I want to offer you a spread that will hopefully help you connect to the energy of Lughnasad and also maybe plan for the rest of the year a little bit and awaken that magic of the beginning of August. As some of my Sabbat spreads before, this is going to be heavy in symbolism, which I know a lot of you enjoy, and it's going to be very focused on tuning into the stories that Lughnasad has to offer. So as always, you can either record your answers as I am speaking and kind of write down your first unfiltered thoughts because they are very valuable, and draw cards right away as I speak, or you can do all of this later at your own leisure and just do it on Lughnasad or whenever you want to do it and sit on your own with these questions. If you're watching this at the time of upload, I'm also going to offer on my Etsy shop that I do this reading for or with you so that you can have someone else's inspiration kind of flowing into your holiday. So yes, that is on special offer right now, and I will put a link to that below. Now let's get to the questions, to the spread positions for this Lughnasad spread. The first spread position is called Flowers Beyond Their Prime. And the card you draw for this represents a project that you started that brought you joy, that brought you beauty, but that it is time to release now. Because sometimes, we start a project, it doesn't quite resonate with us anymore months later, years later, and it's just time to admit that maybe we have to let go of it. I am calling you, though, to make sure that you're not just in a project phase that is full of doubt. Because, whenever you do a project, you have a phase where you really fall into doubt whether you should finish it, especially when you're close to finishing it. So do check in with you whether you're just in a phase or whether this is a project that you have had lying around for years and it's just time to free your mind of that weight that has been on you because you feel like you still have to fulfill this project. The second prompt is called Corn Poppet, and it is something essential like grain in the case of a corn poppet that you can transform into something creative. Something that is detached from the necessity of the original object or mindset. So to give you a few examples, I know this is a very abstract spread, but I definitely wanted to include it because I love that symbol of taking something essential and important and transforming it into something creative and beautiful. So as a few examples, for example, you could paint a picture of an essential healing process that has happened to you. You could take a bill of money, copy it, and do a collage with it. Or you could play with your food, do some food magic, do some food art, post it on Instagram if you want to, and just get into the spirit of taking essential things and bringing something creative to them. And the card in this spread will help you with it. You could even just take the card from this spread and do something with that, make a collage with it by copying it. As the third prompt, we have the waning sun. This is a mindset that supported you throughout summer, maybe even before then, but that it is time to let go of. Because as the sun loses its strength outside right now, so do we have to get back into the storyline of fall slowly approaching. So getting out of our comfort zones, getting from the fun-loving, intense time that a lot of people have in summer and moving into something more subdued, a little more laid back in the fall, which isn't a bad thing. We always have to remind ourselves of that. So sometimes if you have kind of moved into an area where you're denying responsibilities a little, maybe especially during the fun that summer offers to us, it is time to slowly move back into the narrative of taking responsibility and of having a productive fall, essentially, and a productive autumn. And we slowly want to plant the seeds for that, and that is what the Waning Sun card is all about, how you can start getting into that productive mindset again and lose a mindset that may keep you from growth right now. The fourth prompt is called Juicy Fruit, and it is about the result that you have at the end of a labor. So if you have been going through a laborious period, we all have times when we do a lot of physical labor or emotional labor or spiritual labor, and all three of those do drain our energies, and we have to acknowledge that. And then at the end of it, hopefully there is a reward. So this card represents what you can be grateful for, something that you may not even see yet that has the meaning of paying off what you have put in. So everything that you've sacrificed for others or for your own projects is coming together into a result that can really be measured and that can be seen. So this card represents the main thing that you can be grateful for right now and that you have worked for, that is the fruit of your labor. The fifth prompt is called Loaf of Bread, very traditional for Lughnasad, which is also called the bread mass sometimes. And this is a nourishing goal or a motivating mindset that will get you through the dark times. So look very closely at this card, what the people are doing in it, and how you can derive nourishment from that as a theme for your fall and for the approaching autumn that is coming up now. So this is kind of how you can start adjusting to that story of goodbye summer and hello fall as you slowly move through August. And then the sixth card is called Wild Berries. This represents a new path that you can take, something wild, something silly, something new that comes into your life or that you can find in your life if you pay attention to what is on the wayside. So do draw a card for this, look at it and see what new opportunity this offers, what new challenge this offers, and what excitement it can bring as you shift towards fall this August. I'm going to put a link to my Etsy store below where you can purchase this reading from me if you don't want to do it on your own, and I will also link my Patreon with more journaling prompts and my Instagram, so feel free to take a look at that. It really supports me. I want to thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again very soon. I wish you the greatest of Lughnasad.